Hey, what's up guys? Kevin Cage back with another cryptocurrency video. Today I got a good one for you. We are covering more of Ripple XRP. So let's get into it. And again, if you like what you see, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share the videos around. It really helps the channel grow and I appreciate it. So to kick things off, again, we know that there's a lot of TA analysts talking about the golden cross that occurred. And, we're kind of mapping, we're looking in the past and predicting the future. We're looking at trends and patterns and hoping that they can give us insight into future price movements and price action. So essentially, the golden cross is really when, there's a fasting moving average and it crosses a slower moving average. So the 50-day, the 200-day, various ways to measure it. And typically after that, there's a lot of price movement. Sometimes there's a bullish pattern and a bullish sign, and sometimes there is a bearish sign. However, this is usually a pattern to look, considered more long-term, and it's not really, applicable to day trading. So again, we have to be patient. Could we see some movement in the next few days, the next few weeks? Absolutely. I think we are going to see some definitive growth in XRP this month. Because we have just been like this for, 18 plus months at least from, what I've been experiencing. So we're going to see that. I'm very interested to see what happens next. And we have a lot of people in the community kind of discussing that. Really quick, Stuart XRP, I did cover a bit of this in the last video, but it is just a good reminder for everybody. So right here, we have Adrian Hope in 2017 talking about, ILP. And this company in South Africa is pitching a solution to banks that uses Ripple's open source technology with no involvement from Ripple. Again, this is where we're moving. Society is like a pendulum, and we are migrating back to a decentralized structure, and everybody's going to want to, be in control. And of course, there's decentralized versions of social media nowadays, and different blog websites, and, minds.com, and I believe it's called like DLive or DTV, or DLive, for gaming platforms, things of that nature. We're going to see more and more of that. And now the older generations in the world of financial technology are also going to be moving that way. And they have to catch up quickly because this world's a digital world and we need to be able to move this world of value quickly because we can already move information effortlessly. So of course, just kind of arguing why XRP is best positioned as a global reserve currency, plenty of incentives as I've covered, and of course banks are going to begin holding XRP instead of Nostro accounts. So again, they might not have to hold nearly as much. They're going to free a lot of dormant capital and be able to move the money freely and get better use of it and perhaps even a much higher return on investment as well. So something to consider there. And again, we got to wake Mr. Level Up. I know this is controversial, I can't speak. But again, guys, I do not think that, these are scammers. This is not financial advice. I am just showing what they're sharing. And I think it's interesting. And we need this entertainment in these bear markets. And again, people see what's happening long term. Look at the technology. But I just want to talk about what people are sharing. This is not necessarily my belief. I believe anything is possible. So again, we're just kind of looking for it to replicate what we've seen in the past and where we are at in the pattern. So just interesting to see there. Again, comparing XRP to 2017 before that massive bull run, and XRP in June of 2019 where we're at now. We still see the golden cross here, moving average, and then shortly after we're right here, and then we get that breakout after the golden cross, and then notice how these moving averages all separate and go their separate ways after that cross. So right here we have the golden cross, the moving averages cross, of course, and pretty shortly after, we see a bullish sign. Well, actually beforehand, of course. And this is just kind of a, first burst. And what's interesting to me is, Mr. Level Up, for example, is predicting some big jumps. So I'm curious if you guys have watched the most recent video that he put out last night. And basically he's just talking about the first burst he's predicting. And this is just by, taking the past and multiplying, the percentage in gains of, over $2, maybe $2.40 the first burst, maybe all-time high and retrace back to $2.20, $2.40. Then later on, perhaps, next month or a month or two later, we could see a burst anywhere from $15 to $20 or $16, perhaps resting. And then third burst, sometime, later in 2020, he's talking about a $100 plus per XRP. Not financial advice, and even if you are new to this space, only invest what you're willing to lose, but is it, worth it to potentially put a little play money that you're going to go spend on drinking or something stupid to put into something that could 100x? I believe so, and that's the risk I'm willing to take because I'm following the technology and I'm also following what a lot of the people in the space are doing. I'm looking at the partnerships, and now I'm sharing what some other technical analysts are doing. Not financial advice, may not occur yet because we are still very early despite what people think, but there's a lot happening on the back end. Let's see here. Again, XRP Neo shared this of David Schwartz, the CTO of Ripple XRP, and he's just talking about as proof of work has gotten more and more centralized, the XRP ledger has gotten more and more decentralized, and we're nowhere near done. It's so funny how everybody thought XRP is this giant bankster coin when we're realizing that their whole plan has been, completely planned out. We are going to be spreading it out and actually are more decentralized as a digital asset. I refuse to really call XRP a cryptocurrency because of the use case and the partnerships and, future speculation with the International Monetary Fund are saying otherwise. Look at these government documents. They are referring to Ripple, the company. They are referring to XRP. They are referring to DLT, Distributed Ledger Technology. We are early in the game, guys. And I'm telling you, people that actually stick through this, invest only what you're willing to lose. And if you don't like to keep up with the news, set it down, put some XRP in escrow, and leave for a few years or a few months, because we do not know when it's going to pop off. But what I can tell you is it's going to pop off. This is not meant to be a low-value digital asset. We are going to be moving high value in the future, and the infrastructure needs to be laid, the plumbing needs to be laid before we really put the train on its tracks and set it up. And we are getting there every single day. Lastly, what I want to talk about, give a follow to XRP Chiz. Hopefully I pronounced that right, CHIZ. And they're just talking about the ISO 20022, kind of the standard that's going on. And essentially what this is it's the universal standard for financial messaging. It's, utilized by SWIFT, of course, and 10,000 plus, maybe 11,000 plus partners in the world of finance moving trillions. I mean, what is it? $5 trillion per day. US dollars in value. And of course, with inflation and, the global economics, there's probably even more money moved through there. If that, even a fraction of that gets pumped into XRP, you guys got to understand $5 trillion or even, $1 trillion in XRP does not mean the market cap is $1 trillion. It could be much more. There are other variables. There are other multiplier effects. There's speculation. I forgot. So Bitcoin, even when its market capitalization was 100 billion, there was not $100 billion into Bitcoin. It was, way less, way less. But the value is determined by what we trade at on the order books. That's what determines this value. It's not a traditional stock. I have some, stock traders and, penny stock guys that follow me. And I guess they're just so used to the traditional way in the financial landscape, but things are changing. So what is this, universal standard for messaging, this ISO 20022? Really, it's, not to get too fancy, but basically it's just a messaging standard across different, market infrastructures. It's a huge benefit, and everyone is making this upgrade, this migration, and essentially it's going to benefit and affect the entire business, not just on the financial side. So it's going to enable more automation, reduce cost, risks, of course, and it's going to allow regional integration. All the world's market infrastructure, of course, needs to test this. They need to implement it. They need to deliver this standard across the world, and the dominoes fall, and everybody else is moving. And of course, Swift is leading this migration, as I've already said. They're influencing the rest of the world to make this migration, so all of these markets in the financial world can communicate effectively. So this migration is really a migration in standards, technology, messaging formats, and providing a plethora, a bunch of new details for business from a business perspective to get more, better details and points of view into business decisions to propel our economy, propel the world in global economics, the world of finance, to be able to send value effortlessly and seamlessly without error rates, make it public. Everything is automated with smart contracts and everything is trusted and efficient. So that's what's going to happen. It's going to take the world of financial technology to a new level and an upgrade in how we communicate in the world of business together, both internally and externally. So bright future for everybody, guys. Again, if we do see this pop to $2.40, as Mr. Level Up said recently, I'm pumped. I don't know why people hate on this guy if he's creating hype. He's not selling you anything. He's literally just he's sharing what he believes. And, there's a lot of toxic people out there that, are keyboard warriors. If you don't like it, ignore it. I'm not taking this as a guarantee. I'm not investing more based off someone's opinion, but I'm excited and I'm going to pay attention to that. So again, guys, hope you enjoyed that. Hopefully I wasn't ranting too long. Please check out this video by XRP. Subscribe. There's some great content in here, and I thought it was a very well delivered video, edited very nicely. So definitely check it out. And again, always check out what David Schwartz says. The man is a genius, filing patents on blockchain. I'm talking, in the 90s, I believe, maybe even like 88. I'll have to double check on that. But again, guys, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit that like button, share it around, and until next time.